A Life Cut Short, the story of Bianca Devins. Bianca Devins was a teenager on the cusp of adulthood. She found community and connection online. Her life was cut short in a horrific act of violence. This is not just a story about death, it is a story about the dangers that can lurk in the digital world. Bianca's story is also a cautionary tale. It reminds us that online relationships can be dangerous. We must learn how to navigate the digital world safely. The internet can be a powerful tool for connection, but it can also be a place where predators hide. We must be vigilant. Bianca's story is heartbreaking, but it is also a call to action. Bianca, like many teenagers, found solace and connection online. She was active on platforms like Instagram and Discord. These platforms allowed her to express herself. She posted about her daily activities, her favorite music, and her struggles with mental health. Bianca was candid about her battles with depression and anxiety. Her honesty resonated with many of her followers. They saw in her someone who understood their own struggles. Her vulnerability fostered a sense of community among her followers. Despite the curated nature of her online presence, Bianca's desire for genuine connection shone through. She craved authenticity in her interactions. She had a way of making others feel seen and understood. Bianca's openness about her mental health struggles resonated with many of her followers. However, her openness also made her a target for online harassment. Some individuals exploited her vulnerability. Despite the challenges she faced, Bianca continued to use her platform to advocate for mental health awareness. She wanted to create a safe space for others to talk about their struggles. Bianca's story highlights the importance of online safety. It's crucial to be mindful of the information we share online. Everyone deserves to feel safe and respected online. Bianca was drawn to the e-girl aesthetic, a subculture that often embraces a darker, edgy style. For Bianca, it was a way to express her creativity and individuality. However, the e-girl aesthetic can be both empowering and exploitative. Young individuals might feel pressured to conform to unrealistic beauty standards. The allure of the e-girl aesthetic can be particularly strong for teenagers seeking acceptance. It's crucial for young people to remember that online personas are often curated versions of reality. Bianca's story serves as a reminder that online trends can have a profound impact on young people's self-perception. It underscores the importance of open communication about online trends and developing a healthy sense of self-esteem. Bianca's online presence was a complex tapestry of her personality, interests, and struggles. She used social media as an outlet for creativity, connection, and self-expression. Her story reminds us that online interactions can have real-world consequences. It underscores the importance of digital literacy and fostering a culture of online empathy and responsibility. Bianca's story is a stark reminder that the online world is a reflection of our offline world. It's a call to action for all of us to cultivate a digital landscape that prioritizes safety, respect, and well-being. Bianca and Brandon's paths crossed online. They met through mutual friends on social media. They connected over shared interests like music, video games, and anime. Brandon, 2 years Bianca's senior, presented himself as a supportive friend. Bianca welcomed his attention. Their online friendship deepened over time. However, beneath the surface there were subtle red flags. Brandon's possessiveness and need for control began to surface. As Bianca and Brandon's online relationship intensified, so did Brandon's possessive behavior. He became increasingly controlling of Bianca's online activity. He would bombard her with messages, demanding her attention. Brandon's possessiveness extended beyond Bianca's online interactions. He began monitoring her offline activities as well. Bianca's friends and family noticed a change in her behavior. She became increasingly withdrawn and anxious. Despite their concerns, confronting Bianca about their suspicions proved difficult. Brandon's possessiveness stemmed from a deep-seated obsession with Bianca. He viewed her as an object to possess and control. This dangerous mindset laid the foundation for the tragedy that would unfold. Brandon's need for control escalated, manifesting in threats and manipulation. He would threaten to harm himself if Bianca didn't comply with his demands. This manipulative behavior further isolated Bianca from her support system. She became trapped in a web of fear and obligation. The situation was a ticking time bomb. On a humid July night, Bianca and Brandon attended a concert together. What should have been an evening of shared enjoyment became a breeding ground for Brandon's resentment. As the night wore on, Brandon's paranoia intensified. He misinterpreted Bianca's friendly interactions as signs of infidelity. His jealousy festered with each passing moment. The music became a cacophony of noise against the backdrop of his mounting rage. Bianca, likely caught up in the moment, was oblivious to the dangerous thoughts consuming Brandon's mind. The stage was set for a confrontation with irreversible consequences. The couple's simmering tension erupted on the drive home from the concert. What began as a heated exchange quickly escalated into a full-blown argument. Brandon, consumed by his own insecurities, accused Bianca of infidelity. Bianca attempted to defend herself, but her words fell on deaf ears. As the argument escalated, so did Brandon's violence. He lashed out physically, striking Bianca repeatedly. Bianca, terrified and alone, had nowhere to escape the brutal assault. The argument morphed into a horrifying display of domestic violence. In the aftermath of the brutal attack, Brandon committed an act of unimaginable cruelty. He took his own life, forever silencing Bianca's voice. But Brandon's depravity didn't end there. He took to social media, using Bianca's stolen image to shock and horrify the online world. He posted graphic photographs of Bianca's lifeless body. The images spread like wildfire across the internet. The online world was transformed into a breeding ground for shock and horror. Brandon's actions demonstrated a chilling lack of remorse. The graphic images of Bianca's murder spread across social media platforms with terrifying speed. The internet became a conduit for horror, amplifying the tragedy of Bianca's death. The images ignited a firestorm of outrage and condemnation. Social media companies faced immense pressure to remove the graphic images. The incident ignited a debate about online safety and content moderation. Bianca's murder highlighted the urgent need for greater online safety measures. It underscored the importance of increased awareness about violence against women. The tragedy served as a stark reminder of the dangers of the digital world. The shockwaves of Bianca's murder reverberated throughout the community and beyond. The small town, once a haven of tranquility, grappled with the horrific act. The weight of the tragedy pressed heavily upon the hearts of residents. News of the crime spread like wildfire, fueled by viral images. The case garnered national attention, drawing scrutiny from law enforcement and media. The murder sparked widespread outrage and ignited a debate about technology's role in violence. Brandon Clark, apprehended shortly after the murder, faced the legal system. He initially pleaded not guilty, but later changed his plea to guilty. The trial exposed the depths of Brandon's depravity. The judge sentenced Brandon to 25 years to life in prison. While the sentence provided closure, it could not erase the pain. Justice had been served, but the scars of the tragedy ran deep. Section 2. Amplifying Bianca's voice. A family's fight for justice. After Bianca's tragic death, her family became advocates for change, honoring her memory by addressing online safety, mental health, and violence prevention. They established the Bianca Devins Memorial Foundation, focusing on these critical issues. Bianca's mother, Kim Devins, became a vocal advocate, sharing her daughter's story to raise awareness. She spoke out against cyberbullying and online harassment, demanding accountability from social media companies. The foundation educated parents, educators, and lawmakers on digital literacy and social media safety. They partnered with schools and communities to support young people struggling with mental health issues. Bianca's family ensured her voice continued to resonate through their advocacy. Their efforts inspired a movement for change and a safer world for future generations. Section 3. Navigating grief and trauma in the digital age. Bianca's murder sent shockwaves through the online community, exposing the internet's capacity for amplifying horror. The incident sparked a debate about social media companies' role in moderating content and protecting users. Critics argued that these platforms had been slow to respond to reports of graphic content. The case fueled calls for stricter regulations and increased transparency from tech giants. Bianca's story highlighted the unique challenges of navigating grief and trauma in the digital age. The online world became a constant reminder of the tragedy, compounding the pain for her loved ones. The case underscored the need for greater empathy and sensitivity in online spaces. It reminded us that our digital interactions should be guided by compassion and respect. The words and images we share online have real-world consequences. Our digital interactions should create a safer and more humane online experience for all. Section 4. Legacies and Lessons, a Call for Change. The tragic story of Bianca Devins stands as a stark reminder of the dangers within the digital landscape. Her death, amplified by viral images, forced a reckoning with the dark side of the internet and the need for online safety measures. Increased awareness about violence against women, and a collective effort to combat harmful content. Bianca's legacy extends beyond her death. Her story ignited a conversation about digital literacy, responsible social media use, and the need for greater empathy and compassion in online spaces. It highlighted the crucial role of parents, educators, and policymakers in equipping young people with the tools and knowledge to navigate the digital world safely and responsibly. Bianca's murder also served as a catalyst for change within the tech industry, prompting social media companies to reevaluate their content moderation policies and invest in technologies to more effectively detect and remove harmful content. The incident fueled the development of new tools and resources to empower users to protect themselves online, such as reporting mechanisms, privacy settings, and educational campaigns about online safety best practices. The tragedy of Bianca's death, while a profound loss, sparked a movement for change, pushing individuals, communities, and institutions to confront the complex issues surrounding online safety, mental health, and violence against women. Her story serves as a reminder that behind every screen is a human life, deserving of respect, dignity, and protection. It is a call to action for all of us to work towards creating a digital world that is as compassionate, just, and life-affirming as the world we strive to create offline. The Perils of Online Relationships, a Cautionary Tale. Bianca's story highlights the dangers of online relationships, emphasizing the need for caution and critical thinking. Her relationship with Brandon turned toxic, showing the risks of online interactions. The internet can hide malicious intent behind anonymity. Predators exploit online spaces to manipulate victims. Educating youth on online safety is crucial. Online personas are curated, trust takes time. Parents and educators must guide and support. Fostering digital literacy helps protect youth. Recognizing red flags, protecting yourself and others. One of the most crucial lessons to emerge from Bianca's tragic story is the importance of recognizing red flags in relationships, both online and offline. Abusive behaviors often manifest subtly at first, gradually escalating over time as the abuser gains control and isolates their victim from their support system. In Bianca's case, Brandon's possessiveness, jealousy, and need for control were evident early on in their relationship. He demanded constant attention, monitored her online activity, and expressed disapproval of her friendships with others. These controlling behaviors, often masked as concern or affection, are classic warning signs of an abusive dynamic. It's crucial to remember that abuse is never the victim's fault, and that everyone deserves to feel safe and respected in their relationships. Recognizing red flags is often the first step towards breaking free from an abusive situation and seeking help. If you or someone you know is experiencing any form of abuse, whether online or offline, there are resources available to help. Reach out to a trusted friend, family member, counselor, or a domestic violence hotline. Remember, you are not alone, and there is no shame in seeking help. Breaking free from an abusive relationship can be a difficult and courageous step, but it is a step towards reclaiming your life and finding safety and happiness. Social media's responsibility, a call for accountability and action. Bianca's murder, amplified by viral images, ignited outrage, highlighting the need for greater accountability from tech companies. The incident showed social media's power to shape narratives and impact emotional well-being. Critics argue these platforms prioritize sensationalism over user safety. The case fueled calls for stricter regulations and better content moderation. Bianca's death reminds us of the moral obligation to create safer online spaces. This includes investing in robust content moderation systems, implementing stricter policies against hate speech and harassment, and providing users with tools to protect themselves. Bianca's story challenges us to confront societal norms contributing to violence against women. It's a call to action for empathy, respect, and accountability, online and offline. Remembering Bianca, choosing hope. Bianca Devins' story is a tragedy that underscores the complexities and potential dangers of the digital age. Her life, cut short by a senseless act of violence, serves as a stark reminder of the importance of online safety, mental health awareness, and the need for greater accountability from social media companies. But Bianca's legacy extends far beyond the tragic circumstances of her death. She is remembered for her vibrant personality, her artistic spirit, and her willingness to speak openly about her struggles, touching the lives of many within the online community and beyond. Her story ignited a movement for change, prompting a global conversation about the importance of digital literacy, responsible social media use, and the need for greater empathy and compassion in online spaces. It challenged society to confront the issue of violence against women, both online and offline, and to create a world where everyone feels safe, respected, and empowered to use their voices for good. While Bianca's story is a tragedy, it is also a call to action. By remembering Bianca, by honoring her memory through our actions, we can choose hope over despair, choosing to create a world where such tragedies are not repeated. Let us move forward with greater awareness, empathy, and a collective commitment to building a safer, kinder, and more just world for ourselves and for generations to come. Let us choose hope for Bianca and for all of us.